His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia.
Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace,
African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Commonwealth Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. If that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you wear vex that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, you are falling in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commends the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they can. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to proud in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever buy in to your tricks. Forever. Never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
This government assigned security to the former president's house. This government is capable of bribing any of its security to plan any evil in the former president's house. This government has done so many things that have questioned the credibility of the president. They have manipulated the law. They have manipulated security. The president has interfered with investigations of other issues that we know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But there's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
Minister Gafwan have shown to be very incompetent in running the affairs of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. He's not a very good administrator at all. The ministry is just on autopilot, basically. All the ministers that are appointed, assistants, deputies, they're all doing their own thing, and there's no coordination from the Minister of Finance.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or certain condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their side is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
We are instructed, not a privilege, not an opportunity, not a choice, but an obligation, a command, according to him, that we acknowledge him in everything before we start, during it, and after. He is the God we must acknowledge. So we say, thank God Almighty, having kept watch over us throughout the night. He has brought us into this day, this time, to do what is right for his society with no compromise whatsoever, but speak truth to power, get society better. Everybody wouldn't like what you say or what you do, but it is the good for everybody. But everybody wouldn't like it. We are grateful that God is with us. God continues to hover Kings 88.5, and God will continue. We are grateful. So let me say good afternoon to all of you here in Liberia. Those of you out of Liberia, as per your time zone, we use the universal expression, hi. And thank you for coming on. We appreciate all of you, great people. So before we get started with the acknowledgement, we acknowledge few of you that have come on. You are in your C position. We can call every name, but it's good that you are on. Alfonso Kia, you are on. Philip Tokba, Dallas, Texas, USA. Buakai Zodwa, Mecklin Street, Waterside. Saturday, Woodaway, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Sekou Donzo, Alidele, where that's South Australia. That's good. Benita Chie, Yasser Sharif, United States. Emmanuel Goe, Guam, Japan Freeway. Terry Conan, Ashmont Street, Central Monrovia. Cyrus Tucolon, Bombing County, that's Clay Checkpoint, Bombing County, historic checkpoint. Paris Lobart, New Jersey, USA. Timothy that's Tierra Caldwell, George Beer, Prince Widow, Tear Street, Sinker. Emilia Delaney, Broville. David William, Colorado, USA. Liberians Like Us Movement, good to have you on. Clady Addison, Delaware, USA. Boima Bine, Jamaica Road. Willem Darius Mawulo, that's Willem Wulo, spokesman, Civil Rights Movement of Liberia. Breaking Limits, Umbayo Caldwell, Tobatsi, Paul Derukan Jr., Stanley Blind, Minnesota, Emmanuel Bro, USA, Musai Sharif, Rita Christine Hicks, Massachusetts, Silva Washington, Dennis Nimlin, Orita Sunday Way Choir, my dear sister. Hope that you are faring well. Good to have you on. And the chairman himself, the one and only chairman, statutory member of Real Talk. Let's talk about it and face the issues. The chairman for life, the common citizen disciple, the melting pot chairman, the reference point, Roma Rico, Kenneball, or Latupan, District 18 Intellectual Center chairman, the chairman for life. Good to have all of you on, great people. We are excited, motivated, inspired by your presence. We've got some issues to share with you, and then we're out. The first of those issues, the King Support Basket, which is our, it is what we have between us. That's the commonality we shared. The King Support Basket. You are tied to us. We are tied to you. It is a covenant bond. The basket is there. You are familiar with the numbers by now, or if you are not, then it is our responsibility to keep reminding you. 0555 885 885. That's the send wave. 0555 885 885. 0555 885 885. The local mobile money 0777 017 885. 0777 017 885. 0777 017 885. These are the codes or the numbers. A number, a serious thing here. A serious thing. Sorry, I laugh small. It's about a serious thing. Yeah. So please, we back here. You take the basket as your own. Help us whichever way you can. We need you as we make the sacrifice for you. Just do whatever you can do, meaning whatever you can drop in our basket. 0555 885 885. 0777 017 885. You will be reminded as the show goes on. We will do dates until we reach the end. I told you when we reach the end, that means 2029. is inaugurated. We come back to you with honesty, gratitude, a depth of gratitude to say thank you for what you have done. You can stop here now. We appreciate everything. Until then, we will always sound like a broken record, and you got no problem with it whatsoever because you are a diehard supporter of George Weah, the party, and you people share a common goal. That goal is to get Weah re-elected, and part of or getting that done is the support
that you are giving. Thank you for all that you have done over the months, the years. We appreciate all of those, and you stay doing it. We thank you. We are very grateful. However, please, whatever you can, drop it. $5 US, $10 US, $20 US, 500 Liberty, 1,000, 5 Liberty, 2,000 Liberty, whatever. Just drop it. Eh? So let's get to what we have. I think our partners are giving out some cash today. Let me see if I have a notification. Yes, our partners giving out money today through us to you. So we must let you know of that. It's 8,000 Liberian dollars. It is called the King's Cash Giveaway. It's 8,000. We are giving out 8,000, and it means only 4,000 you are playing for. You don't have to play to get 8,000. Only 4,000, and then you will get extra 4,000 free. That's why it is giveaway. Take one and get one free. You're playing with 200, not 200, but 100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. You're playing for 4,000. You will win that 4,000. Our partners will take additional 4,000 and add it to the 4,000 you've won. That will give you 8,000. That's why it is the double, meaning they double your 4,000 to 8,000 by putting extra 4,000 on it that you did not play for. So you want to start playing, play as many times, and yeah, how it is now for 2026. You don't have to wait for St. Andrew's show to play. You don't have to wait for Israel show before you play. You don't have to wait for AB show before you play. You can play throughout the day. Throughout the day. Once you reach the number, our partners will indicate. Any one of the announcers can come in on the air and call you for your money. So you don't have to wait and then you say, okay, let's wait in the afternoon, we'll be playing. No, you might have a problem. Just around that time, you're waiting for the afternoon, you might not get it. But when you play, before the afternoon can come or before AB can come on in the evening, you finish getting your 8K and then you settle that problem. So anything you will be doing beyond that now, you get additional money. That's how it is. Play throughout. Anytime you can play. Anybody can come in the studio. Once our partners notify us, anybody can come in and call. Cecilia Paul, yes, you play XYZ, you have won 4,000, but there is additional 4,000 in your account. Please check it. Moreover, Cecilia, you can come at the office to get your bag of rice. Simple. So you don't have to wait for anybody. Just play anytime. Once you hit that number, forget it. Anybody can walk in the studio, call you, and then you get your money. So play as many times as you can. It is your opportunity. It is yours to take. It is not ours to keep. But if you can take it, well, then somebody will do that for you. The code is *799 *24 hash *799 *24 hash. You're playing with 100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. 4,000 gives you 8,000 Liberian dollars. Let's get started with events unfolding out of Liberia. Time is of the essence. At least 22 migrants have been killed and 65 others injured after a lorry carrying Ethiopian migrants overturned in Ethiopia's northwest Afar region. The crash occurred in Samira, the region capital, located near the border with Djibouti. About 85 migrants were traveling along the eastern migration route at the time of the accident. This route is commonly used by migrants from the Horn of Africa who travel from Ethiopia through Djibouti, cross the Red Sea to Yemen, and continue onward to Gulf countries in search of work. Authorities said 30 of the injured are in critical condition. The newly re-elected president of the Central African Republic, Faustin Teodera, has invited Russian President Vladimir Putin to visit the country. Speaking to Russian state media agency TASS, Teodera described Putin as a great leader. Russia has been a close ally of the Central African Republic since 2018, when the country brought in fighters from the Wagner Group to help combat rebel groups. Teodera, in power since 2016, won a third term in elections held on December 28th. His re-election is expected to further strengthen Russia's influence in the country, including in gold and diamond mining. The ties have drawn criticisms from Western governments and human rights groups who have raised concerns over alleged abuses by Wagner fighters. South Africa has been ranked the best English-speaking country in Africa and tithing globally, according to Education First in its 2025 EF English Proficiency Index. Zimbabwe followed closely, ranking second in Africa and also placing 13th worldwide, while Kenya and Zambia ranked 19th and 27th globally, making them 3rd and 4th in Africa. Nigeria, Ghana, and Uganda rounded out the top 7 on the continent. The index assessed adult English proficiency across 123 countries, drawing on data from more than 2.2 million participants. English remains widely used in these countries, playing a central role in government, education, and the media. Burkina Faso says it has thwarted an alleged coup attempt against President Ibrahim Traoré, accusing former transitional president Paul Heron de Mamba of orchestrating the plot. Security Minister told state television RTB that the plan involved targeted assassination of military and civilian officials, beginning with an attempt to kill Ibrahim Traoré. He said the Mimba was responsible for planning, funding, and recruiting participants while assuring the public that the situation was under control. Ibrahim Traoré seized power in September 2022, ousting the Mimba, who had himself overthrown President Roch Marc Kabore months earlier. And the United States President Donald Trump said the interim leadership in Venezuela will be turning over up to 50 million barrels of what he called sanctioned oil to the United States. BBC business correspondent contextualized Trump's command. He said the amount, 50 million barrels, will trigger emotion in anybody hearing that figure, but it is just an infinitesimal number.
Sounds like a lot, Anne, but when you put it in context, it's not really that much. The United States consumes 20 million barrels a day. So this is a couple of days worth of oil for the US, and suddenly it doesn't seem so much. But Donald Trump is basically saying here, this is our property. We're requisitioning what the American oil companies lost. We're talking back in the late 2000s when the oil industry in Venezuela was completely nationalized. This is oil which is under American sanctions. Now that we're in charge, we have the right to sequester this. He also, though, interestingly spoke about how this would lower the price of oil. So, you increase the supply that America has, and therefore the price of oil drops, and therefore the cost of living drops. And we know that is a very big political concern for Donald Trump. So he's talking about two things at once here. But again, 50 million barrels, it's not really going to move the dial. We're talking a very negligible, a tiny impact in the medium term when it comes to the price of oil. They could sell this oil. That would raise a couple of $1 billion, presumably for the United States. There's been no mention about how this will, be reinvested or go to, the people of Venezuela or the Venezuelan state as well. But this is just the start of what is going to be a very, very long and complicated process of just what happens to Venezuela's most valuable resource, the oil.
Indeed, that is the big question, because he has made his intentions about Venezuelan oil very clear. So what happens to the oil there? Do we know?
So the plan is to send in American oil companies. Chevron is already there, working under a concession, but to send in more, invest billions, rebuild the entire industry, and effectively have American corporates run it. The White House says that'll be to the benefit of America and also the people of Venezuela. Donald Trump says that'll take about 18 months. Any expert you speak to says you're many, many years off with that prediction. It could take, up to 10 years, more than 10 years, if it ever happens. And then, as the question of to where those profits go is another thing. But another aim of the United States is basically to disrupt Venezuela's partnerships with American adversaries. So China, for example, is the biggest buyer of Venezuelan oil. They're going to have to find a new place to buy their oil, and it's going to put, at jeopardy all the big investments that China has put into Venezuelan infrastructure in exchange for that oil. Same goes for Iran, which is a buyer, Russia, those sorts of countries. And that's not just, an implicit aim, that's an explicit aim of the White House. They've been very clear about that. That's another side of the oil question that's important to talk about.
BBC business correspondent Nick Marsh. Okay. So why isn't Liberia on the list? South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Zambia, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda. Where is Liberia? We were given the praise, the honor of speaking well. Were we not? Why are we not in this category? Why only South Africa for best English speaking country? Zimbabwe, Kenya, Zambia, Ghana, Uganda, Nigeria. Why are we not in that category when we were praised, acknowledged globally for speaking good English?
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia. Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia. Well, thank you. And such good English, such. Well, thank you. And such good English, such. Well, thank you. And such good English. Thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
Very
And
good,
they,
sir. Thank you.
Then why are we not in this category? No. This English proficiency index is biased. It's biased. We were recognized and we celebrated. So much so that people in the government printed t-shirts with Joseph Boakai image on it as the man who speaks good English. That means the people of Liberia speak good English because he represents the country as the head. Then why are we not in this proficiency index? We should be there. If we are recognized by the United States as speaking good English, then why are we not? Amen. Yeah. You're listening again. You're listening. South Africa has been ranked the best English. Then says Swahili, the best English speaking country in Africa. Then say within their own locale, they say Africa. In Africa. And 13 globally, meaning the whole world. 13 globally. The people that put it together, they call them, the group, the name is Education First. Education First. And it is called the English Proficiency Index. Proficiency, how you pronounce, how fluent you are, the flow of the words, the pronunciation of the words. Every letter, every word is pronounced with distinction. What I can say in Liberia, clarity and distinction. That's what proficiency is. Zambia follow closely, ranking second in Africa. Zambia, the second best English speaking country in Africa. You should have your say. I will need you to have your say on this. This is what they send out. I thought to share it with you, but you can have your say apart from the joke I'm cracking into it, but you can see whether it is true or not. Kenya, Zambia, they put at 19 and 27 globally, the whole world, meaning Kenya and Zambia, according to them, they speak very proficient English. They pronounce well, they communicate well, they do just everything well. They are below South Africa and Zimbabwe. Kenya and Zambia, 19th and 17th place worldwide. And then they are third and fourth. They are third and fourth in Africa. Nigeria, Ghana, and Uganda, they are in the top seven on the continent, the African continent. So then they explain how they arrive at this. The index assessed adult English proficiency across 123 countries, drawing on data from more than 2.2 million participants, meaning they did the survey with and amongst 2.2 million participants. They say English remains widely used in these countries, playing a central role in government, education, and the media. You disagree with them or you agree with them? Well, that's what they put out. But we should be in this category, man, even if we can get first place. But we should be there. We were told that our president speaks good English. By that, the people of Liberia speak good English, and we are good English speaking country. That is our tongue. That is our dialect. Apart from the native language or tongue, Liberia is an English speaking country. That's why Donald Trump said, "Oh, you speak good English. Where did you learn that from?"
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak? Thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you?
Prezzo laugh. You get Prezzo laughter on the air. You listen carefully. Like especially that Prezzo.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak? Thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
Very
And
good,
they,
sir. Thank you.
This group is biased. They left the best English speaking country out. The best English speaking country with the best English speaking president. Then they left us out. No, I disagree. I disagree with this finding. We have to look at that English proficiency index carefully. No, they did not reach us. They said they did it with 2.2 million people. 2.2 million people. Yeah, 123 countries. That means they did not reach us. There wasn't an observation of English in workplace, English in the public space, English everywhere. They did not. We are English-speaking country. Then why they left us up? When our president was recognized as the best English speaker in the whole wide world since God created the world, that the president of the United States never listened to an English speaker, very proficient in it. And he was opportune to have come across Joseph Yuma Boaka, first time in his life, which Unity Party people celebrated. They printed t-shirts for Joe Boaka and said, good English president. Then these people left us up. Amen.
well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully?
I mean, Donald Trump, I beg you, focus on Venezuela, man. I beg you, leave it there. Yeah. Well, honestly, these people, I will dig behind them. I will do a research. Yeah, I will communicate with them and tell them that the finding is biased, it's one-sided. Why they left us up? We got global recognition, just as they have given global recognition. So we were to be included. Best English-speaking country. South Africa, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Zambia, South Africa, we're not there. Here you go. So that thing that Donald Trump did really messed us up. But when we told the people it was flattery, they said, boy, I got a lot of men that can speak good English. Anyway, so Next point is CMC ability on ending corruption. Ability address the nation. He talked several things. Better Liberia, hope for the people that they would deliver if he becomes president, and a lot more he had to say. At the close of the day, he rallied the support of Liberians going into 2029.
CMC will end corruption, not reduce it, not manage it, end it. CMC will create jobs, real jobs. CMC will end corruption, not reduce it, not manage it, end it. CMC will create jobs, real jobs, jobs that let you provide for your family with dignity. CMC will build roads that connect our farmers to markets, roads that connect our children to school. CMC will put medicine in hospitals, so no mother ever has to watch her child suffer because some politicians stole the health budget. CMC will unite this nation. No tribe left behind. Competence over connection. One Liberia for all Liberians. But I cannot do this alone. CMC cannot do this alone. This movement, this revolution, it belongs to you. You, the student who dreams of a better future. You, the mother who prays for her children every night. You, the father whose sweat feeds this nation. You, the professional who is embarrassed by what Liberia has become. You, in the diaspora, who left because Liberia failed you, but whose heart never left home. This is your movement. This is your movement. This is your Liberia. I'm calling you to join us. Join CMC, not because we have all the answers, but because together we are the answer. Sign up, volunteer, donate what you can, share this message to your neighbors. Be the change you have been waiting for. 2026, the year of change. The year we stop waiting. The year we start to build. The year we take back what is ours. Liberia first, citizens empowered for the people, by the people.
The political leader of Citizens Movement for Change, Representative Musability. Let me start from the latter. What did he say? Donate what you can. When we're asking you to donate into King's Basket, you people will think that XYZ, but you have done well. Yeah, it's a political party. A political party or the leader of a political party asking for donation. You say, but why? Musability is a wealthy man. Why is he asking? Well, good question. Have a listen again.
Are the answer. Sign up, volunteer, donate what you can. 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 Volunteer, donate what you can.
It's because no one is an island. No country is an island. No government is an island. No institution is an island. Everybody complements everybody's effort some way, somehow. Now, they should not surprise you. If it surprises you, well, then it's up to you. Every institution needs everybody. That's why we say, please, whatever you can, drop it in our basket. $5, $10, $15, 1,005 Labor Day, 2,005, whatever. That way, as an institution, we move. Everybody is asking. Right now, President Bouakai is having meeting, soliciting assistance from people he consider partners, just as we consider you our partners. Right now, he's asking them for financial aid. It is the normal. No government, no institution can make it on its own. Everybody compliment. To run a political party, you need money. To run a radio station, you need money, especially in a political time. That's why we always ask you to help us. When the time comes, we will come back to you and say, thank you. You did so much, you can stop. Until then, donate whatever you can. Let me use Representative Musability word. Donate whatever you can in the basket, please. But that's just a portion of what he unfolded, that they are ready as opposition political party. He's hopeful of winning the election, and they are working on their strategies. I told you or shared with you yesterday some of the things. The first part, this is the second. Tomorrow we'll look at others. All the opposition political parties, we give them the credence or the recognition. You know why? Because we're working together. We have one goal, and that one goal is to get Bouakai out. It is possible. It is not impossible. It is not impossible, but the support is needed. So he is hopeful. George Weah is hopeful. Simeon Fremont is hopeful. Councillor Tiawan Gonglo is hopeful. Everybody is hopeful. But we know at the end of the day, the rest of the people will rally behind George Weah. So that's what he said, just a portion of. I shared with you the first portion yesterday. Let's go to our next pointer. Our next talking point is this.
When he came to bury his son, wherever he came back with his divorce paper, because no man should come to you and you don't ask him for divorce paper. So I saw the divorce paper with the red seal, dated, I think, June 2015. The date is in this paper. We got married. We got married on July 29, 2015. Rachel's birthday is July 27. And we're trying to get married on her birthday, but because, you know, you have to apply and the people give you what available. So we got married in Delaware County, July 29, 2015. So we've been married for over 10 years. So we moved down to West Virginia. He fast forward, he went down to the Rhode Island. He was coming back and forth. So now he decided, you know, he will handle all the immigration papers. I'm busy with my job. I'm busy with the military. At the same time, I'm busy with the CDC campaign. At the time, you know, about the DMV chapter for the CDC. We're busy about, you know, moving the then Unity Party to put in a new government. So I'm busy, I'm back and forth. He handling all these papers. When I look, he start changing addresses. And one of the time he said, oh, I want to go to Massachusetts. My cousin is coming. So I said, okay, so Rachel went to Massachusetts. What happened there? What ain't happened there? Apparently, maybe he met somebody there. Rachel changed the address of our house with immigration for all the documents to be going over there. The CDC, you jump to LP. Now you're running behind the Unity Party. This is not about Unity Party versus any other political stuff. This is my personal life. And I understand you're trying to get your job with my uncle, Joseph Yuma Bouakai. Okay, so this is not about it. I have been to court. If you listen, if you start being dumb and listen to the entire story, so he shouldn't insinuate that looking for something. I made Rachel Kuhn, so there's nothing I want from him. Yes, Kanye Bala. I did go to the court. I'm not a dumb woman. I got 2 bachelor's of science degree, 1 master's, and pursuing my PhD. So I know the law. When he came to bury his son, wherever he came back with his divorce paper, because no man should come to you and you don't ask him for divorce paper. So I saw the divorce paper with the red seal. I'm not related to Richard. Richard lies a lot, and all his lies will come out today. I'm not related to Richard. When things happen, maybe he's saying it to the girls, you know, to make them say, okay, he's free or something, but I'm not nowhere related to Richard Kun. I show you my birth certificate. I show you his birth certificate. My parents are in the US. His parents are dead. My father knew his dad. They were friends. And I got to know his family. But my dad was friends with his father, sister to a Nigerian man. And nowhere in my family I got Nigerian. Nowhere. My father was friends with his dad. They were friends. No, they are not related. It's not true.
My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker. My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker. My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker. My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker. My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker.
This woman who announced herself as the spouse of regime speaker, Unity Party speaker, Richard Kun, finds herself or will have to get before the judge. Can be through her legal representation, but it is out that the woman who is claiming to be the wife of Richard Kun, or let's say the wife of Richard Kun, until it is proven that she's not the wife but the sister, she says she is the wife, we call her that way. The wife of regime speaker Richard Kun has filed $3.5 million United States dollars lawsuit with the civil law court. She accused Magdala Cooper, political advisor to Rescue One Joseph Yuma Boakai, of interfering in her legally recognized marriage. Magdala Cooper announced herself as Kun's wife, while Cecilia Kun and Richard Kun marriage is still legally valid. She did that through Kailondo and Associates law firm, and it was filed on December 30th.
My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker. My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker.
It is getting complicated, hard for the regime speaker every day. The regime speaker made it what it is now. This wouldn't have come this far had the regime speaker just look at where he is, from where he sits, like Philip Brown would say, from where I sit, from where he sits, who he is, and the long haul this thing was coming with. Had he just put on wisdom, he would have nullified or neutralized this thing, and it would not have reached this far. Yeah, it's how he needed to have handled it. Let's assume that it is or the lady is his sister for whatever reason went through. So since he knows all of the background, as well as the lady having a fair understanding of the background, so every deep-seated secret is between the two of them. In a situation like this, it's not about emotion any longer. It's not about temper tantrum. It's not about being reactionary. It's not about anything bombastic. Given the kind of person you are and the sensitivity of the issue, that when it hits the public, it will go far and wide, and it will be in the public for a longer time, and it will embarrass you. No one can tell me that Richard Kuhn is normal in himself. Psychologically, Richard Kuhn is down. Except Richard Kuhn is not human. This affects any human. Any issue can break you down psychologically. And it will be unto you to bring yourself out of it. Even people who are spiritually grounded, it still have a bearing on them. Least to say a man who is dispirited just within the political realm. No one can tell me that this thing is not playing on Richard Kuhn. It's playing on him. This would not have come this far had he not put on political thinking. Yeah, it's what he needed to have done. The two of them know the secret between them, and the woman is requesting divorce, whether she is a sister or not. Common sense will say, if I drag this thing or if I insist, it will drag on. And it might go to another level. It will bring me into public disrepute. My name will be here and there. It will not be right for the office I occupy, speaker, chairperson. Why it is true that I will have my colleagues giving me their backing, but it will not help because I am the one in it. So let me do as this lady would say, or is saying. Richard Kuhn is not the only person with such a situation and position. This world and this country has a number of situations, if not the same, but similar. And it was handled behind the scene. The woman said she wants money and property. That divorce, those are the two things that prop up in divorce. The woman requests money, will request property. So there's no extra request she's making. She's not acting greedy. That's the normal thing we have known, we have seen. Since the woman, according to you, are a sister, but given the kind of person you are, you don't want it to run into the public. So you meet the woman one-on-one with your legal people. You discuss it behind the scene. If she says she wants 2 houses, you give to her. If she said she wants 50,000 and you can afford the 50,000, you give to her. Why? It's not about reputation. It's not about maintaining individual reputation. No, it's about saving your institutional reputation. It's not about, in that situation, it's not about Richard Kuhn. When you're making such, when you're giving into such concession or you're talking behind the scene, it's not that you are not a proud person, not that you don't have character, but the kind of office you occupy, you don't want it to spread. That you don't know going forward, it might likely have a serious effect on you. That's why some people, they go through such. If the woman said she wants 50,000 US, Rachel Kuhn sets over millions of dollars. 50,000 is just a peanut. It's just like giving a child or anybody 50 Liberian dollars or $100 to buy soft drink. Rachel Kuhn sets over millions of dollars. Rachel Kuhn now is the third richest man in this country. So money, no. The woman says if she wants a house or houses, it can be 2 or 3 because she said they have properties. Therefore, now you will leave that with the lawyers because that is the area they are skilled in that. In persuading the person to see reason, instead of accepting 2 houses, will accept 1. Or 3 will accept 2. Rachel Kuhn, in 2-3 months, can build a decent house. Rachel Kuhn, in 6 months, 1 year, can put 3, 4, 5 apartments in the ground. Decent one. Rachel Kuhn, what we have known, we have seen the government officials, they don't face difficulties in acquiring land, in getting land. Once you government official in this country, you want XYZ place, it's easy. That means you will not go through the difficulties that other people will go through. People try to cook you, they do all kinds of things, and no. That thing happens with ordinary people. We've seen it many times. Then Speaker won a parcel of land in a twinkling of an eye. He has it because of his status. People feel free to do it, to give it, with no crooked GT around it. There is nothing Rachel Kuhn will want he will not get. There is nothing he wants to do he will not. He has the advantage, his status. People in this world, they sacrifice certain things. They let go certain things because of the office they occupy. They leave the person with their conscience. If I were Rachel Kuhn, if I were in Rachel Kuhn's position, this thing would not have reached this far. We'll settle it behind the scene. Ma, your request, you say you want 50,000, my legal people, they're all say that this is a request. So let's go through it. Get your 50,000. Yeah. You sign the divorce paper, you can take your 50,000. You want one of the houses, you can take it, whatever. Get your legal people involved because they are the ones, they are experts in that. They know how to handle such situation. You will not hear that woman going on international networks. You will not see her going from radio station to radio station. You will not have seen her going to her tie shop. You will not have seen her in doing podcasts. She want this, she want the divorce. Nothing whatsoever. That woman will quietly go back to the United States as ex-U.S. Marine and continue her life. But because the speaker failed to allow wisdom, he feels because he's speaker, so everything will blow it out. We said Mandela Cooper put him in this situation. How can you announce yourself as a married person, a married woman, to a man who is already married? And when you people did not go into any marital arrangement legally, how? What's the normal? What's normal in that thing? You married a man. Ali, if you say Rachel Kuhn, maybe she used the word spouse in the context of boyfriend, girlfriend. Probably because some people, boyfriend, girlfriend, that normal thing in Liberia, the woman introduced the man, say, please me my husband. But they ain't married. That boyfriend, girlfriend, cohabitation. So probably it was in that context. I'm not saying, neither am I saying it for her. I'm just saying maybe in that context, she used it, giving what with her, or we often hear in our culture. The boyfriend would say, please me my wife. The wife would say, please me my husband. Simple, maybe. But that statement, this announcement she gave.
My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. My name is Magdala Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. I also happen to be the spouse of the speaker here. I also happen to be the spouse of the speaker here. I also happen to be the spouse of the speaker. Also happen to be the spouse of the speaker. Also happen to be the spouse of the speaker. Also happen to be the spouse of the speaker here. I also happen to be the spouse of the speaker. Also happen to be the spouse of the speaker. I also happen to be the spouse of the speaker.
So she will have to face that now. I think she out of the country. I saw a post from her that she is in Islamabad. Yeah, I think she's out of the country, but her legal people, her lawyers, will handle that. She said that she is out of the country. Yes, she said in Islamabad with Dr. Yen at the University of Peace Foundation ISC event on peace, security, and development. But Richard Kuhn, Magdala Kopapo, Richard Kuhn in Wahala. Richard Kuhn did not know how to get out, but it was easy for him to get out. So the two of them just acted like mumu. She put him inside. She did not take into consideration what was going to come of this thing. She thought that making the announcement, nothing will come up. Apparently, Richard Kuhn may have told her that no, he has nobody, and so no problem. So she did that based on his assurance or what he told her. He too, he knows that he has some things in his closet to take time out to think good, seek pieces of advice. He allowed it to go. Now the lady has filed $3.5 million United States dollars damage with a civil law court accusing Mandela Kopa, political advisor to Joseph Boakai, spouse of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Richard Kuhn, I'm saying just how she said it, of interfering in her legally recognized marriage. 3.5 million. All right. So the next, Liberia excluded from the travel ban. Liberia was likely to be placed on a travel ban. Liberia was excluded, not because of any improved condition diplomatically. It's because Unity Party government succumbed to the United States government request for Garcia to be brought to Liberia, as that is still fishy. It's still fishy. Garcia situation is completely a fishy one. What are the countries? What are the countries? Afghanistan, Burkina Faso, Chad, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Mali, Yemen, Niger, Republic of Congo, Sierra Leone, Somalia, South Sudan, Syria, Yemen, Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Benin, Burundi, Cuba, they have Dominica. That's what they have here. I don't know what is Dominican Republic, but it's Dominica. That's what they have on the list. Dominica. Gabon, Gambia, Ivory Coast, Malawi, Mauritania, Nigeria, Senegal, Tanzania, Togo, Turkmenistan, Venezuela, where Donald Trump is, Zambia, Zimbabwe, no Liberia. Why? Because of Garcia. Garcia took Liberia off the list. He took Liberia off the list completely. But Liberia, something was going to happen. The guys in Unity Party, maybe they got this one right. Maybe they played the cards well. You can see how they were moving here and there. Less than no time, they announced Liberia is a safe haven, a hospitable country. Those who did not know, especially partisans of Unity Party and other people, diplomatic relation, Baga had restored the country's image. Baga had done this. Good leadership. Where's Garcia today? They've ever made an announcement that Garcia coming to Liberia? One of the American government has problem with Liberia, but you will not see them on that list because the government is a subservient government. What that means is they are at the feet, they are at the mercy because of their poverty-stricken nature to get what they want from the United States government. All right, lastly, they brought in 36 pieces of buses. And the publicity was so strong. The publicity stunt was so strong that they gave those 35 pieces of buses. And they said it was going to reduce the constraints that people go through on a daily basis. And truly, people are still going through. The buses, they are around, but they're not doing much. We heard of the first one breaking down, the second one, and then guess what? The buses now, they are using small rescue, tiny rescues. They are using the buses to get things in the pocket. The same thing that you can see some of those taxi drivers do, keke drivers, they overload so that they will get something in the pocket. The buses now, though it's commercial, but they are over commercializing the buses. Some of the buses, not all, they are over commercializing, overusing it, putting more than loads in the buses, stockpile of loads everywhere. And the buses weren't brought in for that. Those buses, if the seats are 30, only those. It's just like what we see in Europe. If the seating capacity is 30, those 30 persons, no one, it's not going to be 31 or 32 or 33. When you put so much weight on anything, it starts developing problem gradually. Because rescue, tiny rescues, they are so greedy. They want money. They know that things are hard. And they see the tap rescues getting millions or thousands of dollars, so they resort to something of such. Just look at those buses, especially the ones that are running out of town. They're taking loads, just like pick up, just like, how they call that keke, man? The Volkswagen keke, the one that they can just put low behind because the back long. They fill it, then they put it on top. That's how the people using the NTA buses, the new buses that rescue people. Less than no time, all of those buses will be parking. All of those. Yesterday, they said that the people could not, the CDC government could not manage buses. They attributed it to George Weah, as if that the president goes everywhere to manage everything. There are people who I just don't care, who don't have the leadership. It's not to say when you are appointed, then that's the president responsible to do your work. The president is not responsible. Must we attribute such a behavior to Joseph Yuma Boakai? No. They just have some bad people in the system. They just have some don't care people in the system. Failing the boss, overpacking the boss, putting laws over human beings. Is with the consent of the driver and the conductor. Is that Joseph Yuma Boakai that in a boss? But when you people yesterday, instead of you people looking at it from a reasoning standpoint, that a president cannot be, the boss cannot be everywhere at the same time, cannot manage everything at the same time. That's why they appoint people, and those people bring in other people to do the job. But every day you people say, oh, George Weah, George Weah. So can we attribute such a reckless attitude to Joseph Yuma Boakai and say that Boakai doing it? No, Boakai not there. But I rescue people. That's why you have to know what to say and how to say. It's not everything that is attributed to the president. Then Joseph Yuma Boakai putting laws there. But yesterday, everything, George Weah, George Weah. So can we attribute that to Joseph Yuma Boakai and say that Boakai doing it? Whoever thought such would be seen in rescue government? Empty bosses, new bosses. They're stocking loads in it to get money for themselves. Who ever thought that would ever happen in a rescue government? Look at rescue vehicles, government vehicles. They say government vehicle will not be used for anything. Look at government vehicles. We're the one that we're looking at this morning. Government car, I think that's from how do they call the place? Post and Telecom, eh? Let me see whether I still have it. They pour, I think I'm a 30 or 35 crates, beer crate. Moving with it. Government car, the car that should be used for government activities. It was used for private activities. I hope I can find it, so I will show you. I saw that. Too pathetic, shameful government. They're using it for all kinds of things. A rough on turning rescues. So they're hustling. A rough on them bad way, not easy. That's what they're doing with the bosses, oh. I'm looking for that so that you can see it. I will get it. All right. That will be doing it for that. I will find it. Don't worry. While I'm taking call, I will find it and bring it. It's in here. It's in our gallery. I will find it so that you will see rescue. You will see rescue car, government car. Government car. About 10 or 15 beer stock crate in a car going to buy using. Whoever thought that was going to happen with the big mother rescue made. Pathetic, shame. All right. Daniel Tier said so true. Emmanuel Bro, right? Maybe Magdala Cooper persuaded regime speaker Richard Cohn not to agree with Mrs. Cecilia Cohn by positively adhering to the woman's request for a divorce. Tobasi. Trump concluding Boakai. I don't know what you mean by that. Y'all listen to VC. VC, David, VC say, why you didn't wear your Maryland jersey, but you are wearing Barcelona jersey? My man, you think I'll go for that thing? I'll beg you, yeah. Since the county me started, you ever heard a letter of C from my mouth about county? Then you go to meet. You think I can support that thing? That thing they're doing over there. Whether Maryland there or Maryland and there or Maryland Keko and Keko, I don't even know whether they're playing anything in this country called county me. And I ain't nothing there. No. Not nothing. We used to talk about county when George Weah was there. George Weah not there. The people say George Weah messed the country up. Under George Weah, nothing. The national team was dead. National team did not do anything. We agree. The national team, they say, was rescue. County me, rescue. So county me on. What I gotta do what I want? I get good game to watch. FC Barcelona. Then I'm gonna waste my time Vincent on county me. That thing that showcasing, that money showcasing. Before I came on the air, I saw who was giving 2,000. I think one of the guys, they went to give 2,000 to the club, to the county. Everybody showcasing. The people suffering. They can't create job, but they showcasing money at county meet. Liberia football can go anywhere. George, we are left now. Since we are left, we expect to see the national team moving from one level to another. You say did not do anything in football, but you ain't beat George we are yet. You ain't be where we are record station. If Lone Star qualify for African Cup of Nations, Lone Star qualify for World Cup, Lone Star is competitive on the African continent. Lone Star has influence continentally. Then you say, yeah. Then we say, yeah, your beat George we are record. But your rescue, nothing. The same way you say for money was not coming. The national team was struggling. The national team is struggling on a rescue. In fact, rescue even giving attention to the national team. Joe, we are left here. I said we are did nothing with the national team. Let's take it as true, as reality for discussion's sake. So you rescue the national team. That's what Ko Bangalu said. When Ko Bangalu first public statement, he told Joseph Yima Boakai at the executive mansion, he said, Mr. President, we have rescued the national team. Lone Star went and won backyard team. What did he say? Mr. President, you instructed us to go and win the game. And truly, we went. I am pleased to report to you that the national team has won the game. We have rescued the national team. That's what he said. I get a clip. From that time, look at the national team. The national team on a rescue is practically dead. The national team on a rescue, at least George Weah, people used to see the national team going. We were not really winning, but the national team was out. People recognized the team, were moving into competitions. Under the rescue, the people ground the national team. You know what they call ground? Eh? You say, sit down. They say, hey, you there. They ain't get time for you. You're there. They're prioritizing other things. I get time for that thing. My man, just imagine the African Cup of Nations. I can hardly watch it. Then Liberia thing I can't watch. I beg you, yeah. The African Cup of Nations, that have great games. Ain't draw my attention yet to go sit down and watch it. The only time you see me going to watch game, then at Barcelona. Because of the organization, the classical play, the joy, and every other thing. FCB. Yeah. One more go. I said, Joe, we have brought the national team down. So that rescue county me. Rescue national team. We're going to go where they go. I don't know what a Maryland participator. You telling me now? Are you telling me I'm a Maryland participator? But I never knew. I didn't even know the plane counted me. Yeah, Chief. Vincent, thank you for telling me. Yeah, I didn't even know. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's take few calls. Then we go home. 0772-2399-33, 0886-304497, the women's line 0777-980-375. You don't want to stay long on the line, just go straight to the point. Let me take as many of you as I can in the space of 25-30 minutes. Don't explain history, just go straight to the point. Cut your radio off before you call. Don't keep the radio on and then you call. When the sound comes, it runs in my ear. No, you will go off because I have to preserve. They say the first law of nature is self-preservation. It's not because of you I'll get ear complaint. Today, tomorrow, I get ear complaint. You people will just go, oh, but say Andrew, and why he ain't control the thing? And why some of you will not even get time. You understand? So you go according to the rule, yeah? Cut your radio off before you call. Let's start with the women. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
That's it. Hello.
Yeah, you are on the air.
Okay. Now look, I don't look at number 2. You said again, like your sister. The water, your parent will come inside. Say yes. They get continually say you're not sister.
Nobody, the man family talk. The man family came out. They talk. They say that Rachel Cohn be sister.
Look, but they get carried on. I say a Rachel power Friday. They were Friday. It's not to say the family. Yeah, it's not to say the family. They put me why they put down here. That we are in it. That we know who is there with the they put our me.
Good
yeah.
English.
I said because we speak good English. I want and this one all our people. We love you all.
Yeah, you're Nina there because you speak good English. Your time finished. Donald Trump gave your a war. So they want you're in the people.
So get all party all are free.
They might get you something for it.
But I was thinking good English. Why can't pay something?
Okay, Bob, thank you. They put your either wall. Thank you. Let's go to the bed. You went off, Chief. Let's go this way. Hello.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to tell us they are all regime speaker here. You get there, play football. Instead of all the winning, regime speaker get there, kicking the woman, kicking the woman, kicking the woman, kicking the woman.
That the football the man playing?
Yeah, that football, a woman football you play. Yeah, regime football. Regime. We thank you. The kind game. The last
so we're gonna win the regime speaker playing in the football game here. Well, we're gonna win your see the man playing. We're gonna
the man playing foul in the middle.
Oh, the man in Mayfield, eh?
Yeah, Mayfield in the middle.
So what the Mayfield can do? The person who can play Mayfield, what they can do?
Mayfield they can feed them with a king. They feed them with a football that they throw in the goal.
They can go around, eh?
Yeah.
You don't want to be supplying the other players there.
They don't want to be supplying the
well, yeah. You know you can watch your football game here.
He's supplying the women. See how they cripple it is. Man, we need to come from out of this disgrace here, man.
But how you know? How you know now the midfielder can be supplying? Yeah, you can watch your football game too.
Oh, Papa, when we were young, we used to watch it up to this time. When people playing, I can be watching it. And you know about one of things I like? I love Chelsea.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So the regime,
thank you.
the Mayfield regime speaker, he's distributing with the ladies.
Distributing. When you go to United States, I love you when you bring now.
How you get talk?
How they keep talking? My father.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I see you. Where do we go? Let's go to the men. Hello. Yes.
Yes, Sam Andrew, this is the voice of Sabu Rasta. I joined the show for 0.4 cents to be exact with you in Zimbabwe. Those them, a phone was here. You know, Sam, when maybe I get a bottle is about 9 when I was at school. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me do it. But so let me tell you something, Sam, that I'm really for. Look, just because you talk about the NTA boss. When you see people overloading the NTA bosses, Sam, because they know that our days in that place are normal. Number one, they are incompetent. They are not qualified. They don't merit a job. They will not get with a job because of opportunity cost.
But they are not to do that. They are not to do it.
I'm telling you, Sam. I'm telling you. So that when you see, they know that our days in our era are normal. And they came to rescue that. They're not came to rescue the Liberian people. They're not rescuing the Liberian people. Because all what we see here is not rescue. It's not rescue. Say, you don't tell you that they see here is not rescue. It's just a few people, enjoying that. But brother, can rescue us. Because if we can't rescue, we know what rescue what. We know what the word rescue, we know what it means. Can you imagine saying the insertion of the government? Everything in the country just poor. Our people are suffering, things hard, things are bad. When it comes to the rule of law, say the people are not aware of the rule of law. They just beating on people, say, that thing that came out now, you can't do that. You see what happening? So this breaking people things.
All right, Sabu Rasta. All right, thank you. Let's go. Let's go on the other side. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Mandela calling from on the old. Yes, Sam Andrew, I think President Trump was just making mockery out of our president.
No, that way bad thing. I just brought it because the people release a report.
I understand.
Yeah, they release a report. Not really a talking point for me. They release a report about South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Zambia, all of them. They are English-speaking country. They can speak good English. So I say, but Donald Trump tell our president say he speak good English. Then how can the boy releasing the report we're not there?
I understand it. What I'm trying to say, people ran with it. It was major topic for them. So the man here that mockery was doing. Can you imagine what president? Yes, sir, to that man. Number two, he starts saying, how you say we have? Yes, speaking that kind of English. Yes, we have so many mirrors in Liberia, and we want America, and we trade there, all kind of things. You say we have first person plural, then you take third person singular, you put it there. We have, well, good English, but they were running with it here. So that's why I can't measure it. One way I never play on him because they didn't understand English.
And you see why?
You want to say something?
Yeah, and you see why I get problem with the people they pour on it on that list. You see what you just said? You see your English person. You see that? They put that what you got.
What I want to say, do not talk about serious. But you could not understand that kind of English we have so many miracles. Can you see imagine that the kind of English when the man put mockery and then they started running around here? That's what I'm trying to say. So it was a major topic. Something, yes, you are just passing by it. No, we'll talk on it. Yes, these people there yet. My next point is this woman here, they Mandela couple, people relationship for so many years, and the people in conflict, you just come in like that and say those kind of things. You see, I want to watch you are passing all around here. See, President, we are, please support our son. These are small things. Yeah, because every man, Senegalese man, that man she snatched from her friend, her best friend. Yeah, that woman up and down here. Yeah, on the internet speaking. Yeah, that woman have her husband. Why is Rachel Gary there today now? Why is it man? Who she jumped behind him there? That money ready because she already disgrace of women who in the country here and even in the world. You hear me? They want to see what delivering. See what delivering to be free. Something wrong with her.
So
thank you.
she all right. She was wrong for saying Rachel Kuhn her spouse, eh?
Oh yes, because you see, the American people or the red English people, they will take every word for granted.
All right.
That word she used is for married people. Now, if even she was saying boyfriend, no, they might get out for it. That word already born. They must know that she just prepare now to just pay fee. That's all that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mama. You are right.
Okay.
Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah.
Section 3 from people. Yeah, Mr. Andrew. Yeah, Mandela football. Which you put the self-focus issue. I bring Mandela football. But if you want to come in now, so say, I saw tell lady. They know when I come go off.
She announced herself as tail lady.
Oh, but Mr. Andrew, every day put the tell me in the country.
But
they want to tell lady.
do we have anything called tail lady?
Mandela football now.
But the woman did not say tail lady. She said spouse too. Speaker Rachel Kuhn.
Yeah,
meaning wife. Oh, okay. You just saying it.
Yeah,
all
I started to tell it. So the woman are rescue. So I'm not going to draw the issue. If you want to come issue of that, Mr. Andrew, they not going to go off. And then to see how far woman carrying the woman to court, you think so will come all right, Mr. Andrew?
What, you doubt it? You doubt it?
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing will come all right.
Okay. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. St. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
My name is Robert Bakoya, calling from 17 Feedback Avenue. Thank you for giving me the opportunity this afternoon. You know, we are in serious problem in this country. Our senior political advisor will be the one that will be having somebody on a husband as boyfriend. So it means everything that the advisor given to the president.
Having somebody husband as boyfriend?
Yeah, but what you say?
Did she say Rachel Kuhn is her boyfriend?
Yeah, that was her husband. Just trying to put it out like wrong way. Yeah, but because how can somebody like that is a senior political advisor for a country like Liberia, where we need serious people to be in our office? I mean, our office outside down. Because what kind of advice she will give the president? Nothing sounds will give the president. Everything will be wrong. Everything is money she fight for there. If I that whole entire Ministry of State, if you look at it, a lot of unserious people there, they only bring all kind of book of paper to the president to sign just to pull a door in mess. You know, if we take time before the 6th year, we all would be a slave in this country. Our country will be sold to other people, will be a slave working for people. Because the kind of people that lie, that God lies to the Liberian people, they call themselves rescue. You know what the meaning of rescue? You can't save yourself. The 12 years in power, you couldn't manage this country. You have looted everything here.
All right,
to
Chief.
come back and lie on President George Weah to come back to loot this country. What is going on here?
All right, Chief. Thank you. Thank you.
The part of Bon County are from former district. If you see that place, you feel sorry. Because China Union, what is doing that?
How is it like you just from Bon County?
I said from lower former district. From former district.
So what's the condition there?
My brother, nothing is there. Because you know what the things I love about some people that one of my uncle who all of them ran with George Weah damaging the country. They support that fully family.
When you say wait, when you say nothing is there, are you saying that no development going on there? That everything they said that they are developing the county is not true?
Okay, let me just tell you something.
Yes, no.
I come here. Nothing.
No, I want to bring on other people.
I want to explain something.
You say nothing going on there. Yeah.
Going on there.
Okay, it's understood. Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Esmoka. You know, the age that lady Cecilia the decision that she took, I think it will serve as a deterrent to Mandela Kobo, because you can't keep doing that. Okay, if even you are going around, man, and you need to exclude everything to you. You are supposed to be a personality now, because you call yourself senior political advisor in the office of the president. Okay, simple question to our eyes. You know, they don't like your name, but you went and you made it fall into, and then I brought you now, probably I brought Richie into. When they claiming that Rachel is her husband, but the woman have moved in her house. As Cecilia is saying, he said Mandela moving her house, he went for their children in Nigeria abroad, then they are living in the house, including
move in what house?
Yeah.
Oh, she living with Rachel Goon? Hey? Emoka, your line cracking. I mean, change your location.
I'm noticing it. Hello, you getting me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I said, she is claiming that the woman have moved in her house. Okay. She have moved in her house, and she also Rachel has some of the children in Nigeria. What she put her name on her document for travel. According to her, she went there and brought the children. She moving around here with them. Said they are family.
So she living with Rachel Kuhn?
Oh yeah, that's what she said. According to her, I went to her yesterday on another next wife that she moved in the house. That's what she is claiming. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what she did.
Okay.
And said now where the noise are come on now, and she tried not to leave it, but that was she said even this morning again.
But you can see the people moving together. The man can be living one side, the woman living on the other side. They gotta be together every time.
It's a serious issue. We hope that the family from her side will come again, and from her side too, they will come again to say something, because it's a damage, or it's a damaging information.
The boss said nothing will come of it though. We only making noise. When we try making noise, Reggie will continue to stay on. Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andrews, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from my Popo Conon, down Coast Spoon Hill, Winter Community. Mr. Andrews, thank you very much. My question to my brothers on the other side is, a few months ago, they were celebrating. They said, Mr. President spoke good English. And some of us said they were making caricature of President Bwakai. And some of them said we're lying. So what are they to say about this report that Liberia is not even more the fourth or the 10th most English-speaking country in Africa? What are they to say?
But they won't come from Trump, so the reason why we're not there.
Yeah, but the problem about it, even the report that is going out now, Liberia is not among the 10th most speaking English country. So what are they to say? What were they celebrating yesterday? Yes. Look, these Unity Party guys, to me, these guys are completely, I can say, visionary. They set up petty things instead of going for real things. What if your PO, they are having and going for petty things that does not require celebration? But this is not strange. And the next one has to do with the bosses, Mr. Andrew. How the guys will not overload the bosses? Will you imagine Liberia is indebted to Echo Bank for 2.9 million? They have to raise the poor money and give it.
How you know that? How you know that, Spencer?
Oh, the poor took 3.9 million to buy the buses. Joe Biden said it clear when he was giving the buses that they took 3.9 million for Echo Bank to buy the buses. So they have to look for the poor money and pay. So when the month is coming to an end, you have to pay by installment. When you don't get the poor money, people will pack the buses. This is another embarrassment for our country.
But the people have not reached. They have not reached that point yet.
Eh?
They have not reached the point of payment yet. What we talk about is overloading the buses.
Yeah, that's it. These are some of the fundamental costs. You have to pay people. You have to pay salary. You have to pay the people money. On last President Weah that was giving the buses on his international connection. So
All right.
this one, if you don't pay the full bus, the full back the car.
Okay. Thank you, Chief.
The bus tire and busting.
Thank you. Hello.
Hey, Sam, how are you?
Yeah,
In the country now, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Always. Thank God for life.
Yeah, the country moving forward. Then the brother said, we got the freedom. My sister said, maybe then we got a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper and my data keeper and any ball catch in the hole. The package in your goalpost.
Mayfield and goalkeeper?
Yeah, Mayfield and goalkeeper. I will say, now we fool the Mayfield, the woman, the goalkeeper. I'm going to you a glass.
What the role of the goalkeeper?
The role of goalkeeper. She doesn't receive all the ball. Oh, what are you talking to?
A goalkeeper can catch ball.
Babu, goalkeeper can grab. When you grab the hole, you pull it behind, you come for it, you lead there.
So
when you grab it, pull it behind, you come for it, you lead there.
So what you saying? That she political goalkeeper?
Oh, political goalkeeper. Oh, what are you talking to my son? Yeah, go check it out. They pay your family there. They want a goalkeeper. She give you all the goal there. You see the one wearing shades. That year she wearing a political shade. She wearing, but she found out when she put about all in there. Then she look at you. Probably be out. Get an African show. Just second, just watch your watch your. Now, busy that's what she wearing. You found out all in there. When she do that, you know what's up. Probably be an African show.
Yo, give my data cover.
You know, I work here. Get yourself, my brother. She brought them to the spotlight. No one did you with Bruce Stick. She brought them to the spotlight. No one did you with Bruce. She all spies. That's about what's looking serious. Spies. Oh, every day you host.
Dr. Mansisi.
Yeah.
They say she in another one again. They say the MPA Sunday because they want, they want made the various port in the country to be on their own. So dependable nephew say she is a true. So but then I come on.
But I think that I'm going to keep on lying. And that's the day you see. Don't tell you that.
Yeah.
But when I glass was beside you, she look at you, all the glasses, it finish. You went behind her, and she will protest that boy and keep it.
Okay.
When you come there, you die there. So for me, I saw it this morning. I will say again on the show. But how much is going to post that good thing? But when she will get justice, my question there.
Yeah.
Then I just what to get justice?
No, but what you mean? What you mean? Why you doubting the justice system of the country?
I'm doubting it. 100% doubting it.
Why?
You will not get no job. Okay.
Why you depending on? Why you depending on doctor?
Okay, thank you. The political analyst now talking right now, talking political analyst. Let me tell you, the first thing that happened after that Mr. Prophet rule in shorter Judy Andy what happened? What the message to the judge? He said job Latin out, a political talk, a freedom of speech. You see anybody? And they put children for the kids from the daily woman or people and the judge say they people around to arrest them. They tell it all that.
But they're not the same code. They're not the same code the people gone to. And the people that handling the woman case, they're not small people that tap lawyers then. So
I agree. That's how people work. My brother. Let's put in the pocket. I say he's not in the
but the meeting I want to know. The meeting I want to know from you now. You say you trust. So what will happen? What will happen now that the judge or the other people then will not get attention to the woman
I told you yesterday. I'm saying it again. I told you the political. Footballer, basketball, goalkeeper, that ain't people worker.
That money better you talking about? You said they would bribe the people?
That case will not go nowhere. Trust me. I'm telling you. They just say I'm worker. That woman, she said, I'm political advisor to the Americans. They said, she said, please. Then you can't know who say, you want to all the last now. These people.
All right.
So those two people that just work out hand bad there. All right. You will call it your that case out. That put on the affair.
But even in the trade of my ZZ, it mean that everything settled with Kun. That in the meantime, it will get hot.
It get hot. They get hot. They want to move.
Okay. All right. All right. That ZZ, I see you. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, I'm good. Thank God. And you?
I'm fine. Can I wait for Eddie Callie? I'm calling you for Upper Conway. Hey, Andrew, just imagine people that saw her the rescue. See the characteristic of Mandela Cooper. The woman is very, very problematic. Hey, Andrew. There's the kind of woman that in the office of the president. What kind of father woman giving to Joseph Bada? This is the kind of thing we see here. The rescuer, their conduct alone. They don't have good conduct. Today, here we are, Rachel is sporting as far west. And what's surprising this, Andrew? People from the re-establishment, they remain muted.
But you expect the people, but when you expect the people to lambast their own man.
Come again?
You expect the people to blast their own man.
But then they're not giving good service for rescue.
Oh, but my man, the people can do it at their own man. They think that warfare, they're protecting their own. But when something comes on you in the opposition, no, you don't.
Andrew.
Yeah, exactly. But you expect them to say anything.
The conduct alone is not proven to be a rescuer.
All right, Chief. Thank you, my man. I want you depending on forget it. The people will blast Richard Kun. No, we, it is unto us to bring it. When you're in warfare, the man can expose himself. All over the world, that's how politics look. The man will protect his own. And you saw it clearly with J. Brian McGill and Unity Party Police Director Gregory Coleman and the rest of the people, and they protected J. Brian McGill. They knew from the onset, and the police director. Didn't the police director say the girl was tampered with? What did he go further to say? That they are looking for prima facie evidence. They have not found anything. What was the police director telling you? We have to protect our own, and we can go on to name more than 25. So when something comes up now, it becomes a food for the opposition. If the opposition cannot take advantage of it, the people relax. Unity Party in opposition, they were capitalizing on everything within the government, out of the government, anything associated with the government, associated with government official, they were highlighting it, they were running with it. If the guys in the opposition are highlighting it, the people will not expose themselves. They say, by your leader thing, that the opposition, that's strong news, hot news, meted news for the opposition. But they don't get time. Rachel Kun, this is sufficient. This thing here is sufficient to unseat Rachel Kun, to take Rachel Kun from there. Everything I've said from the one about Rachel Kun and this situation is true. Rachel Kun is unsettled. Rachel Kun will use, if he has not started morning, Rachel Kun has the advantage. Rachel Kun is in a position of he's financially almighty. He knows the gravity of this thing. Even though he messed up from the beginning, what he's doing now is to create a clique to defend him. What did you hear from the deputy speaker? He said the speaker get their support. They follow behind the speaker. Meaning, we will not allow anybody to come up with anything called resolution or recusing themselves on that floor. We will not go bombastic, but we will infuse the dollars, because amongst us we have some vulnerable lawmakers with no integrity and value. We infuse money. The goal is to kill it. The only people that can keep this thing afloat all of the time, that's the opposition. But if the opposition are highlighting, you expect the people to come out, Unity Party to say, Rachel Kun move on there. No. They will not do it. But on the ground, most of them know that it is wrong. This is a hot issue. In other countries, Rachel Kun gone. But majority of the guys in that place. But and you see how the country running? The country running on partisan line, on tribal line, on friendship line, on all of those lines. That Liberia politics right there. You see it when the guys go for confirmation hearing. You hear a senator saying, this man and I been friends for 10 years. We went to the same school together. We are good friends. The man, his sister is married to my brother. You hear, where in the world you have heard those things when people go for confirmation? That's why our system is so messy, so childish, so irresponsible, too mechanical. So that those lawmakers over there, expect nothing from them. Oh, expect nothing from them. Expect nothing. If Man Sisi has said nothing will come from the guys in the House of Representatives, I would have agreed with her. But the court, something will come from the court, because the court, this issue that the court issue, there, legal issue. Oh, when you carry to the judge listen. And the judge ain't going around looking for case or cases. When you carry the judge listens to everybody. That's what the law is. But those guys over there in that place, because the way it should start from, only his colleagues now, only his colleagues can take him off by putting forth a resolution, uncompromising, unbending, to recuse himself, constitute a panel. Why? The deputy speaker is presiding until he can recuse himself from, clear his name from this thing. This is a grave situation, very grave. But it will go the way it is going because of our culture. You saw what they did to Fonati Kofa, and you saw how they were on Fonati Kofa back 24/7. If this was an opposition speaker, let's assume for discussion's sake that Fonati Kofa is still there. Boaga try to get him on no way. Fonati Kofa stay there. Then that kind of thing can happen. Sooner or later, you can say, oh, you're going to see Unity Party people. They will have used it as a very good weapon to say this time around now, we can get him off. This thing is sufficient enough to take Rachel Kuhn from there. And nobody does it. No one has the power other than their own. But those people will sit down over there because they're all there for no integrity, no value, no essence. Our culture is a patronic culture, meaning the House of Representatives bows and worship the president. The legislature bows and worship the president. The president is the most, what we have is imperial presidency. It's just structured as three separate, distinct branches of government, but we have imperial presidency. Not that it is in the Constitution, but the two branches made it an imperial presidency. They dedicate their power and authority to the president. You hear legislators, what the president wants, it will go through. In a sound country there, this thing in other country, Richard Kuhn finish. You off. Sufficient ground, sufficient enough for the opposition to capitalize on. Sufficient. Hello. Yeah, let's hear you quick. Let me transition. Yeah, let's go quick.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. I want to ask the Liberian people, they say they have more ground in the country than what is 40% we are. So, the hard nobody will run the country here. That when somebody break, they say our own will protect it. When somebody kill, they say we protect our own. We can't put the kind of thing that happen in the country. That is great and let me over the nation here. That you say, but I keep me. The Nepali put it on, they are educated, they keep me.
But Boaga can do nothing. His colleagues need to start.
Education in the world, very education background, they keep me. And that was the opposition and they're running with it. They are going to ask all the opposition lawmakers in your husband. You will not rest. You will not rest. And the money that we hear and the property also the place you put your more. Then you are close your more.
What kind of money? What kind of money? Share with us. What kind of money?
The teacher money now for now to the last week to create the opposition and not because then.
How much?
They make a bill each person 50,000 to 50,000. How we hear it.
Are you got your information?
I don't forget it. I just want the capital to the back. I talk to the kind of for job.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to for job. Let me tell you, if they want that money, let me tell you, say I do. We shall everybody out and bring the person to go out.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Mm.
Yes. Good evening, sir.
I'm listening to you. You are on the air.
Thank you very much. This is Jimmy. Jimmy, I call from Texas Civil Avenue in the borough of Newtown. Sam, actually, let me agree with my sister that not to account for all of that kids, even at the level of the food. What you anticipate in any kind of government you find yourself in. Just a broadcast is in protecting your own. You can commit any kind of plan to protect you. Why the devil? Yeah. Now we always say to them, when we say we shouldn't use the word. Black boy is not a serious country. If Black boy is a serious country, even that was about the speaker position, even the representative seat, they won't be represented. And nobody will tell the devil to don't be represented. Instead will be done. But in the country, no moral in the country. Even the moral forces are there to be in the country. Why today, St. Andrew, you have to all the council of churches?
Oh, my man, move for you, man. What you call council of churches? Do you get any group in this country called council of churches? My man, I see you, man. What you call council of churches? Do you get anybody in the country called council of churches? Big here, man. All right. So, yeah, the National Transit Authority, they say that true. The National Transit Authority, they say that true. The information is true that not all the buses, but some of the buses, some of the drivers and conductors, they are overloading. They are overloading. They acknowledge that. Yet they just released a statement to that. The management of the National Transit Authority has taken note of video footages circulating on social media showing some of our buses carrying passengers in excess of the approved limit, including individuals standing while traveling on a long-distance route. This matter has drawn our immediate attention and is being treated with the utmost seriousness. The situation captured in the videos is deeply concerning and represents a clear violation of the National Transit Authority established safety protocols. Our policies strictly prohibit passengers from standing on all outstation routes and load. Additionally, for our Monrovia to Maryland route, a maximum luggage weight of 15 kilograms, excluding overnight baggage, is enforced due to the load carrier specifications on buses assigned to this corridor. No load exceeding 15 kilograms is accepted, and standing in the aisle is absolutely not permitted on any outstation service. In response to this incident, the NTA has promptly invited all parties involved for a thorough investigation to determine the circumstances and ensure accountability. We regret this breach occurred and have immediately strengthened enforcement measures by increasing the number of transit patrol officers and compliance officers assigned to all outstation routes. This enhancement aims to ensure strict compliance with our safety standards at all times. As part of broader efforts to prevent these kinds of situations and improve service delivery, the NTA has already secured 5 cargo trucks through an agreement with